Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Uh, all the main projects are done. Now we're going to be kind of cleaning up, organizing, and doing our last minute things to get done before we head out to Wyoming. So if you're new to the channel, we own 10 acres here in eastern Tennessee, 10 acres out in western Wyoming, right along the Idaho border, about an hour south of Jackson Hole. So um, building a house out there too. So that house is much further along. So it makes the channel uh, easy to watch because out there we're going to be in totally different, hooking up our, we've already got our electric in. Drywall is just going to be finishing when we get up there. So we're going to be starting to work on the inside of the house, water hookup of all the bathrooms, kitchens. Um, we may even be living in there by sometime in July and stuff. The big thing out there will be a front porch going on the front of that house and hopefully siding um, and finishing up, like I said, electric, getting it somewhat livable that we can stay in there. We have some electric heaters going in there and stuff. So uh, join us on there. That'll be I'll be traveling in a couple of weeks out to there. So, uh, but yeah, in the meantime, this video is going to be a lot of little projects, so try and keep up. It's going to be a little bit of everything today. So let's get to it. So wherever you see the wooden fence, I cut around that too. Trimmed around it with my weed whacker. This is actually our property here, but our neighbor likes to keep that cut with his lawn. He just likes the look of it and stuff, and we're not going to mind him taking care of that grass, so that makes it look pretty decent and stuff as far as we can have it while we're gone. So, and then I went all the way down to the trees on the right there. That's like a little island of trees, went around that and weed whacked that down, and then up the start of our road up into the woods, and then we're gonna call it. So I might get one more cut in before I leave if I have time, but I think I'm gonna start this deck, staining the stairs for the barn and the deck on the side of the RV. So different walking up this road at when the leaves are on the trees. I mean, it's like walking into a tunnel right now. The canopy is just covers everything shaded. It's pretty cool, the difference between that and when there's no leaves on the trees. And even the sound is deeper up here. You don't hear the neighbors as much. So today I'm gonna start bringing some tools down. Actually, I've been bringing some of them down, but I'm gonna bring everything down, and including, there's 3 16-footer pressure treated decking under here that'll go on the where the flashing has to go up against the house. But I'm gonna bring it down and band this stuff so it doesn't twist on me over the summer. And there's a 4x4 post that I'm giving to my neighbor. We don't need it, so he can always use, so he's always got a project going or something. So all right, morning everyone. As you can see, a big mistake behind me. I got this paint, it was a mist tint, and just said, wow, whatever goes on this porch doesn't really matter. But it is orange, and 100% consensus that it was the wrong color and not gonna live with it. So I went out and bought some more paint yesterday. So today I'm gonna repaint it a nice neutral color, and it should be fine. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys, that is off my list. I even put a quick coat on the stairs out here. Future plans have us putting some type of porch roof and a little bit of a better porch out on the front of this. But for now, I'll just seal a coat of paint on that and have that last a little bit longer. So yeah, just trying to keep ahead of everything while the weather's good so we can get this bus packed. Basically, what do I have left? I gotta put the second tarp up on the house. Check one more time underneath before I seal it up for the summer. A couple more tools up there to bring down, and then we're done up there. I want to wash and wax this bus and start packing it. So yeah, it's coming up quick though. Keep moving along. All right, I just climbed in there, turned on the second fan, and have them both going in opposite directions from the middle in there, so we got good airflow. Took the rest of any tools that were there, took down my saw, take that down, and I have the second tarp up here. I'll get to that probably tomorrow, put that on here, and then everything should be by tomorrow done up here. So got a couple of tools there, some nails or screws, a couple of buckets of things. So yeah, it shouldn't be much. So everything looks good the way I left it. It's been about a week now, so I think we're good. So with that extra tarp down and then screwing it down to the sides like I did along this edge here, I think we'll be pretty good protected. All right, next on the list, double tarp. There's the new tarp. I'm just gonna lay it over here, so I'm doing a quick sweep job. There's a little bit of water that's collecting in between where I stopped the decking, because I got next year when we frame this house, I'm gonna put flashing in there, so I would have to take it up anyways. This deck's gonna shrink over the summer, so I decided to keep it off. I think I'm gonna prop something under here all the way so that I have a little bit of a runoff this way and a little bit of a runoff this way. Nothing major, but just to let water go down that way. So, but right now I'm gonna just sweeping it off here and start laying this tarp out. All right, guys, I just came back up now that it's later in the afternoon and the sun is over into the trees. It was a lot more shadier and habitable up here, so but everything is attached, and it's all attached underneath on the sides here with pieces of board screwed. And what you want to do when you're putting a tarp down is just make sure the wind can't catch it and start working at it. So that's why everything across here will just, the wind should just blow right across. There's going to be puddles, but they'll evaporate over the summer, and should be fine, because this is double tarped, waterproof, two waterproof. So under the deck, what I did is actually went underneath. I had enough tarp to connect it to that beam that you remember I put here when I built this deck. So that is underneath there. The wind's not going to catch that. The wind comes from this direction like this, and it'll be blowing this way, and the trees do block it. We do not, I haven't seen a lot of wind up here, especially when the leaves are on the trees now. So I think we're good. That about does it. The next day, just came up here to check the house with that second tarp. We got a nice good rain overnight, and there's puddles, but everything looks fine. I don't see anything different, and I think it'll hold up just fine over the summer. I can hear the fans running underneath, so I think we're good. Just came to get the rest of those tools and put those away, and we're doing good as far as I finish up at Lowe's this weekend, and then I'll leave shortly after that to head out west and stuff. So been a good winter here. Got a lot done. It might not look like it to you guys, but I feel good. That's pretty much what we thought we'd get to. I can't think of anything else that's missing. Oh, and somebody is taking the hay, so we just had a guy call yesterday and say he needs some hay, and we through my neighbor, and so he's going to take our hay so I'm not going to even worry about cutting that anymore. I'll put my tractor away. My neighbor's going to let me use his space in his barn for that. So I'm going to end the video here. Maybe we'll talk on the road, or as I'm packing up last minute, we'll begin that next video. But give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, pass the word on about the channel, and there's going to be some exciting things going on in Wyoming, and possibly, well, most likely living in that house this summer. So that's going to be a huge success. But I'm going to grab these tools and I'll be on my way. So see ya.